During a routine shift at a quiet cafe, a waitress served a customer, but what he left behind, a simple note and a tip, changed her life forever. When a waitress named Lily served a young man at a quiet cafe, she thought it would be another ordinary day. But what he left behind, a note and an extraordinary tip, changed her life and sparked conversations everywhere. The gentle aroma of freshly brewed coffee wafted through the air, mingling with the scent of warm pastries from the display counter. It was mid-afternoon, and the usual bustling energy of the cafe had dwindled. The soft hum of conversations had reduced to a whisper, and most tables were empty. For Lily, this was just another exhausting shift. Her feet ached, her back throbbed, and the minutes crawled by like hours. Rent was due in a week, and her phone bill had already passed its due date. Tips had been dismal all day, a few coins tossed on tables without so much as a glance from customers. She wiped down the last table by the window, glancing at her phone. Just one more hour, she thought. Tying her hair back into a tighter ponytail, she tried to suppress the creeping anxiety about her overdue bills. As she sighed and tucked her order pad into her apron pocket, the door chimed. A young man entered, his tall frame silhouetted against the afternoon sun. He was neatly dressed in a simple button-up shirt and dark trousers that gave him an effortlessly polished appearance. Two men followed closely behind, their sharp gazes scanning the room as if they were surveying every corner. Lily froze momentarily, her pen hovering over her pad. The cafe rarely saw high-profile guests, let alone ones with what appeared to be bodyguards. The young man chose a corner table, his posture relaxed yet composed. Taking a deep breath, Lily put on her best professional smile and approached. "Good afternoon," she greeted him warmly. "What can I get started for you?" The young man looked up, and Lily couldn't help but feel a flicker of recognition. His face was strikingly familiar. His features, calm and composed, sparked a memory, but she couldn't immediately place him. "I'll have a latte," he said in a soft, polite tone. "And one of those chocolate croissants, please." "Of course," Lily replied, scribbling down the order. "Anything else?" "That'll be all, thank you," he said, offering a faint smile. As she turned toward the counter, the realization hit her. This wasn't just any customer. This was someone well-known. She'd seen his face before in news articles and online stories. Leo Hayes, the son of a billionaire philanthropist. For a moment, her heart raced, but she quickly reminded herself to stay composed. "He's just a customer," she told herself. Behind the counter, Lily focused on preparing the order. The hiss of the espresso machine filled the quiet cafe as she frothed milk for the latte. She glanced at Leo, who sat quietly, gazing out the window. Unlike most patrons, he wasn't glued to his phone or typing away on a laptop. His demeanor was calm and thoughtful, almost meditative. When the order was ready, Lily balanced the tray and approached the table. "Here you go," she said, placing the latte and croissant in front of him. Leo looked up and offered a faint smile. "Thank you." "You're welcome. Let me know if you need anything else," she replied before heading back to the counter. Minutes passed as Lily busied herself with clearing tables and restocking the sugar jars. Every now and then, she caught herself glancing toward Leo's table. There was something about him, his quiet presence, his thoughtful gaze, that she couldn't ignore. As Leo finished his latte and croissant, Lily noticed him pull a pen from his pocket. He scribbled something on the receipt, folded it neatly, and tucked it under the empty cup. Then, with a polite nod toward Lily, he stood, gathered his coat, and left the cafe. "Thank you for coming," Lily called softly as he passed. He paused at the door, turned slightly, and smiled. "Have a good day." The door chimed as he exited, and Lily stood frozen for a moment, her eyes lingering on the now empty table. She approached to clear it, her heart inexplicably heavy with curiosity. When she picked up the receipt, her breath caught. Beneath the total was a tip, a staggering amount far beyond anything she'd ever received. But it wasn't just the number that stunned her. It was the handwritten note above it. "Your hard work doesn't go unnoticed. Keep going. Brighter days are ahead." Lily's hands trembled as she reread the words. Tears welled up in her eyes as she folded the note carefully and slipped it into her pocket. She sank into the chair across from where Leo had sat, overwhelmed by the simple yet profound kindness of a stranger.